Hello. We all want to raise kids that have good character, and usually, for parents to achieve that, they take three approaches, which we're going to look at and decide which one is more effective. So, the first one is the authoritarian parents. Authoritarian parents is the people that have so many rules in their house, the rules that apply to either big or small issues. So, what happens is there are so many lines to cross at any given point. So, what this results in is either the kids become too rebellious because they are tired of following so many rules, so they won't follow any, and then it creates commotion, or the kids become too fearful that they don't even have the ability to take a risk because they fear to cross a line. So this can work short term, especially if kids are younger, because daddy says so kind of thing. It can work for a while because you're applying force, but once the kids feel like they can get away with you, we can beat them and it's fine with them, it won't really be effective for a long time. Then we have another one, which we call the permissive. Now, the permissive is the kind where there are no rules at all. Do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want, and we're all happy, okay? So this also comes where the child is kind of the boss at home. They do what they want and they decide who and who they don't like in a house. So in a sense, this can work also for a short period of time, especially if kids are young. But what sets them up for is total failure, because in reality, life has consequences for our actions. So if the kids don't know how to operate in healthy boundaries, it will be difficult for them later on not only to keep a job, to be under authority, or to be led and lead, but it also set them up for failure in so many ways. So permissive parenting can be, but also it doesn't give the child security enough. Kids need boundaries to feel loved. So when you are so permissive, that takes that away from the child. Then, so now that means the authoritative and permissive are done. Now we have one more third one, which is the in between. We're going to call it the authoritarian. Now, the authoritarian is a blend between the permissive and the authoritative. So this one has, we call it the 3D triangle. And I'll put a link on in the description of a person that explains this more, but this is what it is about. So here in your house you have 3 Ds, okay? And these Ds help the child to know, to kind of group their character, their actions under one of them. There are more, but let's focus on the D. It's easy to remember, okay? So here it's not about the action you're doing, it's about the motive behind, or the character behind your action. And so we can start with the first D, dishonest. So we have these 3 lines. A child is free to do anything they want within, but once they cross this line, there has to be something to be done, which we'll talk about later. The first is disobedience. Is you define what disobedience will look like in your house. Telling a lie, telling a half or white lie is still dishonest. Telling slandering or telling some bad stuff about someone you have no idea about is still dishonest. Taking something that's not yours can still be dishonest. So when that happens, instead of help the child to decide where their action lies. Are they being dishonest, or are they being honest in the way they're acting? If they're being dishonest, then the first time, call it out and help them to get back to the freedom line. So what should we do next time to make sure we don't cross this line again? Next time we shall tell the truth. Great. So you bring them back in. So it's developing there. First, help them find out what made them become dishonest. What made you want to lie? Did you want to fit in? So next time, what should we do? That conversation will help them come in. Second time, if they do it knowingly, that's when a harder consequence comes in. That will apply to all the rest. The next is disrespect. Define what disrespect looks like in your house. The way you dress, is it respectful for you as your body as a person, but also for the people that you're working with or dealing with? The way you talk to people, the attitude that you use, is it respectful or disrespectful? So define those and find out which actions can be done, good actions, to take them back from crossing the line to crossing back into the freedom one. And then disobedience, decide what disobedience also looks like in the house, okay? Then, whenever a child makes a choice, think of them when they cross a line that probably might not know that they've crossed. Ask them which kind of D they think they have crossed, or have a conversation around them to help them discover that they've crossed either disrespect, disobedience, or dishonest, and how to go back in. That is more effective than the other two.